guys, welcome to SFeatleyTV, and we're here with our watch along for the there you go, change the mic. Yeah, for the Dutch Grand Prix round 15 of the FIA Formula 1 World Championship in 2022. Make sure you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button, that share button as well. Right, it should be an epic race. You're just going for the national anthem right now. 3 teams in the mix by far. If you look at the lap times in qualifying, both like Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull in the mix. Mercedes know we're strong in race pace, so a Red Bull, like Ferrari, like are probably the most disadvantaged in terms of race pace from what we've seen so far this season. So should be an epic one, right? Let us know. Please do hit that like button and subscribe. Right, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Anyone wants to come on, they can do. Don't mind and voice their opinion. But yeah, it should be interesting. Right, as I was saying, just going for the national anthem now, and then we've got literally 15 minutes exactly until the start of the formation lap for the start of the Grand Prix. Right, everyone expecting Max Verstappen to walk away with this one, being his home Grand Prix, but Mercedes look closer than they do to Red Bull than they were last year, if I'm not mistaken. Like last year, Red Bull always had that 3-4 tenths on Mercedes throughout the whole weekend, whereas they don't have that luxury this weekend. Right? And that's on both Ferrari side and the Mercedes side. So Mercedes might fancy their chances here. But we'll see how the race pans out. Obviously, qualifying and a race are 2 different things. I mean, we might see Mercedes strong in qualifying, but not strong in the race, or strong enough in the race to keep up. Right. Let me just have a look at what's people are messaging. So here's the Don't forget later on in I think it's don't forget later on SFeatleyTV we are doing the big watch along to the Man United versus Arsenal game, right? And don't forget we've got the match reaction at 7:30 after that, right? I should be also on Which Sports later as well, so it's a busy evening. Busy. Right. Big up Munzie in the chat. Andre, hope you're doing well, my friend. Right. Hope things are all good there and as good as can be. Right. Hope you're not safe as usual. Right. And as usual, like I say, always stand up. And stand up with Ukraine on that one, because right, no one should be allowed. No one should be invaded by foreign power, especially in this day and age. I'm sorry, but Russia are completely out of order on that one for me. Right. Yeah, like I said, as good as it can be, mate. It's a good. I hope you're going to enjoy today's watch along. Unfortunately, Tycho's not here this weekend. Not feeling too great, so he will probably be back for next weekend. Trying to see if Reverend John's available as well, but he hasn't answered my calls. I'll try one more time. Just get through this bit as well. Theo knows what's coming with Ferrari. That's my maybe my we'll be debating about Ferrari and their title disaster. I mean, they came in with the fastest car at the start of the season and as one of the favourites, and they've pretty much let themselves down in that sense. Right, they should have been doing a lot better. Hamilton all geared up. We're just putting the helmet on now. Max getting final words from his engineers before getting in the car himself. Right, just about got pole last year. Yesterday. Last year it was a lot more comfortable. Like I said, the Mercedes are a lot more closer this year than they were last year to pole position in the front were and the lead of the race. So probably shows how far they've come with that car as well. Right. But we'll see how this one plays out. Right. I'm looking forward to seeing if Max can maintain pole position out of turn one. I think Leclerc will be very aggressive going into turn one. I believe Mercedes will be the team to be. Exactly, mate. They would have had a whole season to develop this car. So all the developments they've done this year can be carried into next year. They'll get more time in the wind tunnel as well compared to Ferrari and Red Bull because they are the third place team, and the further down the grid you finish, the more wind tunnel time you get, right? And we all know how efficient they are in using their wind tunnel time. So if they can do that, if they can be as good as they are with the wind tunnel time they have now, right? Imagine if they got third and they had even more time to develop. Right? Trust me, they'll be up there next season without a doubt. Right? And Hamilton's go for title number 8. Right? Hamilton's go for title number 8, hopefully. Right? And then that's it. Like, I don't want to hear any more bullshit. Like, he is the greatest. That's an end of it for me. That's the thing. I think if he gets one more title, there's no doubts whatsoever. But that's next year, and we'll wait and see. I've seen this F1 Manager 22. I was about to start it last night. But I'm gonna see if I can see what it's all about tonight. Actually, I'm gonna spend whole of tonight doing it as well, right? Instead of just doing F1 22. You know, I think that would be a lot of fun. Right? If you are into F1, if you are into management games like Football Manager and that is the game for you rather than F1 22. That is the game for you. Some people have said that it's better than the F1 22 game. Yeah, Alpine have lost him definitely for permanently, right? After what they've done. Yeah, after what they've done with Piastri, they're definitely not going to get him back now. And he'll probably ask for a permanent move. And it's funny that Ricciardo, I'm not sure if I don't think Ricciardo won't come back. I don't think Ricciardo will be on the grid next year. because he's already had murmurs about the fact if he's not going to be up there with the best, he doesn't want to be in the sport. We already have murmurs like that. So if that's the case, and then he's having to go for another team, because let's face it, McLaren aren't going to take him, obviously because he's just been let go. Mercedes aren't going to take him. Red Bull aren't going to take him. Ferrari ain't going to take him, especially after his performances this year. I think that he won't come back. I don't think he will come back. That will take a very convincing. Otherwise it'll be very difficult for him to do what he did. Oh yeah, of course. Let's replay what Abu Dhabi, right? Max Verstappen. Why is it they've just done a VT about Max Verstappen, right? Right? They've just done a VT of Max Verstappen, and they've used his Abu Dhabi win, like last year. Like Sky, you know it was fixed, right? You're counting that as success for him, right? Getting the fucking authorities to break their own rules, right? Are you fucking for real? Are you like talk about call your Sky Sports? It's not sport if you're doing that, right? There's so many other achievements he's done, right? And you use that night in Abu Dhabi, right, where he won a title, thanks to Michael Massey and the FIA, right? When everyone said that was Hamilton's after that race. But you think that's all right to glorify that? Okay. If everyone thinks that's success, then honestly, they don't know what sport's about. Mate, Schumacher has left Ferrari driver academy. I don't blame him with the state of Ferrari, but didn't expect that. Yeah, I was surprised by that. I think Schumacher, I was very surprised by that, because I was thinking he's going to replace Sainz. I thought he was going to be the next driver at Ferrari, right? It looked like it was written on the cards. So you never know. Maybe that's the right decision for him. Right? Don't forget, when Schumacher joined Ferrari, a lot of people questioned that move when Schumacher went to Ferrari in '96. A lot of people questioned it, and then within 2 seasons, people were like, well, that was the right move, because he was challenging for the title. And then obviously he just had things go against him in '98, right? With don't forget that Mecca Hakkinen was that strong in '98, '99. He broke his leg, otherwise he would have won it at Cruise. Right? Schumacher could have won '99 at Cruise if he didn't break his leg at Great Britain. And then 2000 was when he won, finally proved that the decision was worth it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through the circuit for you guys. Let's have a look at this circuit. Make sure you keep hitting that like and subscribe button. Hit that share button as well. Let people know that any other F1 fans you know about the channel, get them to subscribe as well. As you can see, the Zaandvort. Right, you got the 2 DRS zones all the way down into turn 1, and then the one at turn 10 to turn 11. Right. Right, and you can see it comes it's a very twisty section, first sector, second sector again very fast, 7, 8, and then slows down for 9 and then 10. Right, then a small straight, then to turn 11, 12, which is very tight, 2 corners to take, and then you got the penultimate corner, which leads to the bank to turn 14, where DRS is it's so easy to take flat out. They use DRS for that. But the grid, the starting grid, you can see on your screen. Verstappen first, Leclerc second, Sainz third, Hamilton fourth, Perez fifth, Ricciardo sixth. Perez fifth, Russell sixth, Norris seventh, Schumacher eighth, great result by Schumacher to get himself up there. Tsunoda in 9th, and Stroll completes the top 10. Then you've got 11th Gasly, Ocon 12th, Alonso 13th, Zhou 14th, 15th Albon, Bottas 16th, Ricciardo 17th, Magnussen 18th, and Vettel 19th, and Latifi 20th. Ricciardo 17th justifies why McLaren have let him go. In the end, he might have won in last year in Monza, but if he didn't win it, then Norris would have won it. He was in second. Right? And Norris has proven he's outdone him every single Grand Prix. Right? If the rain had held off in Russia, then it would have been a victory for Lando Norris, because I don't think Hamilton would have been able to overtake him. So, right, so green flag coming very soon. Teams are ready. Right, launch line time, and there you go. And formation lap is on the way. The formation lap is gone. Right, so teams are... Also, let me have a look at the weather forecast. Zaandvort. So today it's supposed to be dry. Very little chance of weather, and that's at 3 o'clock. So very small chance of precipitation of rain. Like 67% humidity. An air temperature of 24 degrees. So probably track temperature is about 30. Sorry, let me just get the wire overlay back on, because that's on the one. No, that's not on. It's only on professional. This is. So we got it's likable, but yeah, exactly, mate. That's exactly my point, mate. Very likable guy, but unfortunately has not produced the goods for McLaren, and you need to look at someone better, because you can't have, if you've got someone outperforming their teammate every single season, then I'm sorry, it needs to be done. Already they're around the lap and ready to just preparing the tyres now. Oh, little lock up there by Verstappen. Just about gets away with it. Didn't really cause any damage to the tyre. Right, let us know who do you think is going to win the Grand Prix quickly. Put in the chat who do you think is going to win the race. Right, I think Hamilton's going to storm from 4th and win the Grand Prix and get his one win a season record. Right, go for it. Right, I'm going for it. I'm being biased. Right, Christian Horner. Sorry. Nick de Vries there, next to Toto Wolff. Nick de Vries, obviously the Formula, not 2021, not 21, 22, 2020, 21 World Formula E champion. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're off here at Zaandvort. Verstappen gets a good start, cuts across Leclerc. Leclerc will try and go. He's not got any option around the outside. Oh, a little tag by it. Hamilton tags Sainz, just about gets away with it. Right, as they come into turn, Perez has got himself into 5th. Right, the McLaren of Norris has got himself from up it past Russell. Russell's lost places in the turn as they fly towards turn 7. Right. So it's Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Hamilton, Perez, Norris, Russell. Right. Poor start by George Russell there. Right, he's now got Stroll right behind him. He's had a good start from 10th. So let's see. Let's see once they get past lap 1. Alright, hang on. So we got Verstappen, Hamilton 4th, Perez 5th, Norris in 6th, Russell 7th, Stroll 8th. As one of the Hasses is trying to challenge, I believe it's Zhou. Yeah, Zhou. And Madison's trying to challenge Guan Yu Zhou. Right, so they come through turn complete the first, as they all complete the first lap now. Right, the Alpine trying to get past the AlphaTauri. That must be Alonso trying to get past Gasly. Right, with Zhou behind him. Oh, someone's flying off. It's Magnussen. He's hit the wall. Magnussen's hit the barriers. Flew off the road, and I don't think he'd be lucky he carries on from that. What happened here? He took way too much speed on the outside, lost the back end, sideswiped the barriers. I'd be very surprised if that car continues. I'll be very surprised. So Verstappen, Leclerc chasing after him. Only 8 tenths between the two. Positions gained. The biggest gainers, Ocon, Stroll and Vettel as well. So Schumacher's dropped to 10th from 8th, whilst Stroll's gone from 10th to 8th. As a complete lap 2, Russell will be kicking himself to be behind Lando Norris and wants to probably try and get past him as soon as possible. Magnussen says the car is okay. Let's have a look at. So here comes Magnussen.
Okay, Kev, how does the car feel? We're checking loads. Limit to C. Copy, we're checking everything. Tyre pressures look okay, we're checking loads.
So Hamilton taking a different line through turn 3 there. So let's look at Hamilton in the start. So I think he does tag Sainz here. He goes into turn 1, sticks it down the inside, and tags the side of Sainz, but it's very delicate and no damage caused there. His trainer very nervous, like nearly thinking his trainee has been knocked out. As Norris will go around the outside of Russell. Russell would have to back off because of Perez. So Norris sees the gap, goes into turn 2 around the outside of him, and that leaves him on for turn 3 in the inside. So there's Magnussen's step out and hitting the wall, and just about keeps the car like just pointing in the same direction. And that would be George Russell getting past Norris down into turn 1. That must have been lap 3. So he's got that clear. So green flag clear. What was the yellow flag for? So Russell now try and chase after Perez. Now this is the thing. These top 3 teams are barely separated by each other. If you saw in qualifying, there were literally 2 tenths between all 6 of them. They all had a chance of getting pole position yesterday. So Russell at the back of that queue. But Verstappen has just managed to squeeze a 1.3 second lead out to Leclerc, who's now got 1.8 seconds on Sainz. Hamilton's only 7 tenths behind Sainz, so Hamilton seems to be faster than him at the minute. As we look at the 2 AlphaTauris with the Alpine of Alonso still buried behind them. Now this is one problem with this circuit, is there's very difficult opportunities to overtake. which is probably why last year the strategy was more important. Hopefully this year, with the cars the way they are, that you get more opportunities to wonder if Schumacher for the Alpine. Yeah, maybe Schumacher may get the seat. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, guys. Trying to get ourselves to, we're at 118, trying to get us to 200 subs. So please do that. It really does mean a lot if you can. Love to get to 200 subs on this channel. Says Hamilton's still chasing after Sainz. And Sainz having to swerve. That's the thing. Sainz having to swerve. Hamilton's getting closer and closer and closer, but not close enough. Right? Takes a very deep line into turn 1. I think Hamilton's got more pace if he can just get past Sainz. He's got more pace on him to go and chase after the top 3. And that'll make it a 3-way battle. But he needs to get past Sainz to do so. Because I do think Hamilton can charge the front runners. This is probably why ending up behind Sainz in qualifying was not helpful. So he's only 6/10 behind him now, closing in on him. He goes into turn 11, turn 12, get a good exit. Turn 13, penultimate corner, get a better exit. Right, let's see what he's got here. He's closing, not close enough. Really needs to get right behind him. He's about 4/10 behind him to try and possibly affect a pass on him. Come on, Lewis. New fastest lap. There is a new fastest lap, I believe, by Charles Leclerc. It's a new fastest lap by Charles Leclerc there. 1:16.2. Obviously, throughout the Grand Prix, as they get lighter on fuel, you'll see that come down. Hamilton ever getting so closer. Come on, Lewis. I think he might have to take a small mistake from Sainz, but Sainz definitely feeling the pressure from the Mercedes. This is been the most competitive Mercedes have been probably this season so far. Right, the fact he's going faster than what was the fastest car at the start of the season. Right, Lewis, really chasing him down. Let's see what he's got coming down towards turn 1. He's still too far behind. That's the problem. He can't. Oh, he went really deep into there. Lewis, right, think about the long game. Don't try and win all the gap in one turn. Alonso trying to get past. I think it's Yuki Tsunoda, isn't it? No, it's Gasly. Gasly, but stuck behind Tsunoda, who's in turn stuck behind Schumacher. As they come into turn 3, Alonso taking a different line. There's different lines you can take through that turn 3. That is a banked corner, by the way. Right. A lot of the fastest times in qualifying, you go right around the outside. Whereas on the actual game, it tells you go in the inside and come out on the outside. Which is weird. Right. To be honest. Bear with me. I'm going to take some. Let me get us. Russell from the Mercedes on lap 7.
So pace at the front is at 64.
So it's just showing that the pace that he's got in a minute. 16.4, and the fastest lap was a 16.2. Right, Verstappen from on the radio.
Okay, we may expect both Ferraris to begin to push. I'll keep you posted.
So they're expecting Ferraris to try and force him into to go to a faster pace to see if they can force anything out of Verstappen. Don't forget Verstappen out on his own compared to the two Ferraris, who can work against him. Right. It's a problem when you haven't got your teammate to support. I mean, you saw it in Abu Dhabi last year, didn't you? When Perez held up Hamilton so badly. That's the difference it can be when having your teammate to help. In the meantime, you've still got Alonso trying to find a way past Gasly. Could he do it before turn 11? No, I don't think he can. He'd have to be right. There'd have to probably be a mistake from Gasly, and he'd get a really good exit to try and effect the pass down into turn 11, and he'd have to be on the inside because it's such a tight corner. Such a tight corner to take. But he could do it on the way into turn 1. He's got a good slipstream, right? He'll go defensive, Gasly, but should, and he does. Alonso takes 12th from Gasly, and now he could push on to try and take Tsunoda. Right, got a really good exit out of turn 13. Right, track is very green. So what's Russell saying here on the radio? Let's hear what Russell's had to say. He came up with something.
Track is very green. I think he's going to rubber up a lot.
So what he means by that, because the track is very like fresh and hardly had any rubber put down on it, means that the track, as it rubbers in, gets faster and faster throughout the race. And also it means also the tyres slide around less. And you can see, look, Hamilton's stuck behind Sainz. Look how much it's costing him towards the front two that he probably knows he could challenge. It's like Sainz can either only do that pace, or he's being told to do that pace, so it leaves Leclerc and Verstappen to fight it out amongst each other. Right. So either one or all. Because the last thing they want is probably Hamilton and his Mercedes to try and get involved. Right, which is a shame because I would love to see what Hamilton can do with them two up front. Because I think he's got the pace to do so. To really cause problems. So Magnussen, he will try and go around the inside of Albon. Looks like it. No, and goes too deep into the corner. Nearly ends up in the gravel again. Not having a good race, Magnussen, at this time. Really struggling throughout this Grand Prix so far. Hamilton sees 6/10 behind, but it's not close enough. So Hamilton trying a different line this time, goes tight into turn 1. Go on, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. You can do it. And actually, it just worked out. Everyone else in front of him is on the soft. He's on the medium tyre. So he probably is going to go much longer into this race. So we'll see what his pace is like when everyone else stops. The three in front of him are on soft tyres. As Ricciardo is the first one to blink in the pits. He is pitting from only probably 16th, I believe. And he's now coming out. Is he going to come out in front of Vettel or behind Vettel? But either way, he's going to come up behind him. As Hamilton now gets ever closer to him. Gets ever closer to Sainz. Come on. No, it's a little twitch. Come on, Lewis. Right. Flying towards turn 1. No. Still struggling to get that close to him. And look at the times he's losing. He's losing 2 to 9 tenths on Leclerc every time, which is bad. So he really needs to use that time. As the Alpine of Alonso pits. So now he blinks, exits the pits, and he'll come out in 16th place. And he goes on the hard tyre, I believe. Yeah, he's on the hard tyre. So maybe he's thinking he's going to try and go to the end on those tyres. It's a very long way to go. 60 odd laps to go. Right, 60, 59. He was struggling out of turn 3 there, really correcting the car. Right, don't forget, those are the slowest tyres you can use. Come on, Hamilton. Just can't get near enough. And then you got that Constantino effect where that guy is always going to get on the power earlier than you. Right, and if you try and do it at the same time, you're going to end up spinning the car probably through the middle of the corner. But Hamilton really, really pushing the Sainz all the way, trying to force a mistake, trying to force something that will give him the advantage. And it shows how good that pace is in that Mercedes. He's on, don't forget, Hamilton's on the medium tyre here, and he's compared to the rest of them on softs, and he's keeping up with and actually trying to overtake Carlos Sainz. I think if he was on the soft tyre, the same as Sainz, he'd get past him by now. And he's ever closer still. Ever closer. Like coming around turn 12 now. Come on, Norris. Come on, Lewis. And Sainz is in, so Hamilton's released. Now, can Hamilton outdrive him? As I believe Perez is in. Yep, Perez stops as well. Perez is in. Oh, it's a slow pit stop by the Sainz. Oh, and Sainz has run, and Perez has run over something. Oh, that is a dreadful stop for Sainz. That more than guarantees Lewis will get in front of him by the time he comes out. That was an awful stop. 12.7 seconds, and Hamilton would hear that over the radio and be beaming with delight. Like, knowing that he doesn't even have to make a really, really, really fast pit stop. He can take it casual. That was an awful pit stop. I don't know what happened there. I'd love to get back on you. Verstappen. Oh, actually, no. Hang on. So... Oh, there's no tyre. Perez runs over their wheel gun. I don't think there was a tyre ready for him. No, there's no tyre ready for him. And then Perez just runs over the wheel gun. Think, okay, he have that. Well, yeah, the left rear of medium was not ready for Sainz. That's shocking. That is shocking. That is shocking. Now let's see what Hamilton can do. He's 10 seconds behind the leader. Let's see what he can do. It means he's 7 seconds behind Sainz, and he was getting held up by 7 seconds behind Leclerc. He was getting held up by Sainz. So let's see now that he's released if he can go any faster and maybe try and close some of that gap down. Zhou, pit lane incident involving car. Oh, Zhou's been involved with the stewards. The gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, love it. So Hamilton will probably get third for that. Russell could even get fourth the way. That's how bad the pit stop was. Right, let's hear Hamilton on the radio. Lap 17.
So we've got Leclerc 6 seconds ahead at 17.1. Verstappen 16.5.
So he's been basically told what the times he's going to have to do to maybe even try and close up on him. to Schumacher. He's going to try and go around. Looks like Sebastian Vettel into turn 11. It's going to struggle. He keeps it. Vettel gives him enough room. And then this continues to turn 13. Round the outside of turn 13. And he gets it done. But then Vettel will get... Does Vettel get past? He doesn't get past him back down. Where he would get probably... I think... No, actually. Because Schumacher was behind him when they went past the detection zone. So he'd get DRS. So... well done, Schumacher. What a move that was. Tyres are not great, Leclerc is saying. So Ferrari getting ready for a stop. Now, Ferrari, make sure you got the tyres this time. Right, make sure you got the tyres. This will release Hamilton into second. As Leclerc set on the last lap, the fastest lap. That one was a good stop, though. That was a good pit stop. 2.5 seconds. Norris is in the pits as well. So Hamilton are now 11 seconds behind the leader. Right. Knowing he can go longer into the race on the mediums. We'll see how far he can go in. Probably what Russell needs to do now is help Hamilton by holding up Leclerc, probably. That would be a nice thing to do. That would be a good teamwork. Says it all. Oh my god. Yeah, let me see if I can get that.
Oh my
god. That's it, pretty much. Hamilton team radio. Lap 18.
And think about maybe more management turn 7 for a better 8-9.
So, advice about tyres. And Verstappen pits. Verstappen has been in the pits. He's coming back out, way in the lead. Obviously responding to Leclerc. And even bigger gap than he had last time to Leclerc. So at the moment, Max in control of the Grand Prix. He's in a net first place. Right, now we'll see what he can do. And don't forget, he might close up on Russell and struggle to get past him. Right, which may mean Hamilton can then pull away. Hopefully. So we'll see what the gap between Leclerc and Hamilton is. Right, we know what tyres are on. Let's see what the gaps are. So Sainz closing up on... so team radio for Sainz saying they're still on plan A. They're still on plan A, so okay. Whilst they repair the wheel gun that's been damaged by Perez. So Sainz now stuck behind Albon because of that pit stop, which is not going to help him at all. But he should get past him down to turn 1 here. Right, he should get past him. He should get past him. Albon's going to offer no resistance because he's got his own race to run and doesn't, so it just lets him pretty much go on that one. Under investigation, pit lane incident involving car 24 Zhou speeding in the pit lane. That's pretty much banked to rights then. Ferrari. So he comes in the Sainz. There's just no tyre. There's no left rear. Right, they've left the other wheel gun hanging. Right. Like, Ferrari can't really blame on Red Bull on that one, because Red Bull, where else was Perez supposed to go? Sebastian Vettel fighting Bottas, and he tags him on the rear, gets away with it. So Hamilton effectively the leader at the minute. Right, this is where Hamilton probably might want to push a little more. Right, Verstappen's going to end up closing on Russell at some point. So he's 7, 11, 12 seconds, 12, 13 seconds in front of Leclerc. Pit lane incident involving car 11 and 55, Sainz and Perez were investigated after the race. So Perez is under investigation for running over a wheel gun that was in the way. Okay, that makes sense. Hamilton might get out in front of Perez, you know. Depends. But there you go, it's a long way to go in this race. As Williams' Albon makes a pit stop. Imagine wins here. Yeah, mate, I'll be going mad if I'll be going bonkers if Albon wins from here. Commentators speaking to Ferrari team principal at the moment. David Codd said the hard tyre look good tyre to be on. Croft, don't say that to them. Well, I'd rather him say that to them than friggin' Red Bull, to be fair. So Max Verstappen's going to catch Russell in 4 laps. But as you know, there's a long way to go in this race. I think Mercedes are doing the one stopper. But we'll wait to see how this plays out. Lap 23 of 72. Hamilton is in pole, is in front. Russell second. Verstappen third. Leclerc fourth. Perez fifth. Sainz sixth. Norris seventh. Don't forget, Hamilton and Russell still make a pit stop. Verstappen's made his pit stop. Leclerc has. Perez has. Sainz has. Norris has. Stroll. Alonso. Ocon. Gasly. Zhou. Mick Schumacher. Bottas. Albon. Vettel. Ricciardo. Magnussen. Latifi. As Russell now catches up, as Verstappen now catches up on Russell. I'm sure maybe like for Mercedes need to start playing some tactics here. They might need to start playing some tactics soon because for Verstappen's catching them at a vast rate of knots. And I do believe Mercedes are trying the one stopper at this moment in time. So it might mean that Russell might have to play team player. Might be. Right, but we'll see how this plays. We'll see how this works out because at the moment they're running well in first and second. Right, and running well with the tyres that they've got. They're still having good pace, decent pace as well. Obviously, Verstappen is going to have faster pace because he is on the medium tyre. and he's on a fresh set of the medium tyres. As we see slow-mo of Hamilton, who's on 20, and those medium tyres don't look too bad, to be fair. 24 laps old. Those medium tyres look very good to be 24 laps old. Right? Doesn't look like they're degraded, like any blisters or anything like that. So here comes Verstappen catching up on Russell now. Let's see what happens here. Right. We'll see what happens here. This is going to be interesting how they play this now. So, right, let's see what Verstappen's got to say on his radio.
Okay, start to eke up on Russell.
Which is exactly what he's doing. 1.6 now the gap. Right, and the gap between Hamilton and Russell still maintaining that 3.6 seconds. Leclerc, let's have a look at what Leclerc is saying as well. Oh, bloody thing. Well, I would show you, but it hasn't shown up. Leclerc.
And we believe Hamilton may try a one stop.
Well, of course he's got. Well, how else do you think he's going to do it? Of course he's going to be trying a one stop. It looks pretty obvious, doesn't it? Lap 26, they still haven't pitted on the medium tyre. Of course they're going to try and go for the one stop. There's only way they're going to try and win the race. Here comes Max now, coming up on Russell. Let's see if Russell can keep him behind. He has done before. Don't forget the Spanish Grand Prix. Very well defended by Russell in the Spanish Grand Prix. So he's no easy person to fit past. And the more Verstappen fights, the more of a gap that it creates for Hamilton. So coming out of turn 3, 4, 5, 10, then the fast turn 7, then into turn 8, and turn 9 then tightens up on itself. Come on, Russell. Go on, Russell. Keep him behind. Keep him behind. Come on, Russell. You can do this. Right, 7 tenths away. Right. Come on, Russell. Come on, Russell. Stay behind the stick. Oh, right. Verstappen gets him. It's that engine that's too fast, man. Engine's way too fast. Fuck's sake. So Verstappen gets himself up to second and now trying to chase down Hamilton. Right. Hamilton. Yeah, but Luca, he hasn't pitted yet. Right. So of course he's going to be at the front. He hasn't pitted yet. Right. We'll see how it plays out because Hamilton's going to do one stop. Right. Well, there's Red Bull trying a 2 stop. I wouldn't guarantee it, Luca. Still a long way to go yet. Like I said, like they've got to do a whole extra pit stop yet. Like Hamilton's only got to do one. Like Verstappen's still got to pit again. Just because it's in its own town doesn't mean he's going to win. Jesus Christ. But Button never won his home run Grand Prix. Who else hasn't won ever won their own Grand Prix? There's so many drivers that still ain't won their home Grand Prix. Right? Leclerc's won Grand Prix. He ain't won his home race. Luca, you mean everyone's got to do a pit stop? Verstappen's got to pit again. Hamilton's only got to pit once. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Hamilton will probably pit now, and he will go. And that's pretty good to be fair, because he will go onto the harder tyre, and that harder tyre should take him to the end of the race easily. Right, and you'll get the fresher tyre for a while as well. So it's down to Verstappen whether he can keep the pace up or not. So Hamilton drops down to 5th, but still a long way to go, and everyone else in front of him still got to do a pit stop. So at the moment, he could still end up second. No one has won their home Grand Prix so far this year. Is that well said? That's great. Exactly. Right. Exactly. And like I said, he's made his pit stop now. Doesn't have to make another pit stop. Everyone else has to still pit. Everyone else still has to pit. Right. So we'll see how this plays out. And especially because Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull have been separated by barely a couple of tenths. They've got similar pace at the minute. So there we go. We'll see how it plays out. But once he gets those tyres warmed up, we'll see what the pace he's got. As we're looking at Gasly, we're looking at Bottas, Zhou, trying to take on Pierre Gasly in 12th. Zhou's had a very quiet weekend, to be quite honest. Don't know much about him. Maybe it's just me. Gasly in 12th. Sorry I didn't do a preview earlier this week, guys. Obviously, I was in and out of the hospital, so I couldn't do one. Verstappen on the radio. What's he up to say for himself now? Oh, for fuck's sake, why can't you just stay upright then?
He has additional performance to defend for a single lap only.
And that'll be Russell. Russell looks like he's going to come and pit. There you go. Russell now in the pits. Straight into his pit box from second position. And he's made his only pit stop of the afternoon. He could either get on the podium as well. So there we are. Comes out and he will be obviously in front of that Williams because the Williams has been lapped. He will come out 5th behind Hamilton. So both Mercedes look projectively at the minute. Looks like both Mercedes could end up on the podium, right? Unless Leclerc, Perez can pull out enough of a gap. Right, Hamilton's still just within a time that he could end up winning the Grand Prix. but we'll see what. So Hamilton 14. Yeah, Hamilton's still technically net the leader at the minute. Doesn't have to pit again. Verstappen has only got a 18-19 second advantage on Hamilton, which is not enough to make a pit stop. And now Hamilton's got the pressure of the two tyres, so he'll start pushing Perez. Perez will probably have to play the team game and back off. So there we are. Lots of people said guaranteed last year. Look what happened. Ferrari won exactly. Luca, that's because you don't understand anything about strategy, right? Right. This is a strategic race between all three teams. Right. Two of the teams going for 2 stops, one team going for a 1 stop. So it means you've got to stay locked onto the Grand Prix to see how these strategies play out towards the end of the Grand Prix, right? And they all build up, and most of these races, most of these strategies will build up to what could be a good climax to the Grand Prix, because of where people may end up. If Hamilton ends up in front of Verstappen, which looks like he can do, he can end up in front of Verstappen with so many laps to go and looking like he could end up winning the race, and Verstappen trying to close him down. Can only overtake on the main straight. That is on this track. That's it on this track, really. Yeah, and we'll see how much performance Hamilton's got towards the end of the race. At the minute, Hamilton's got the best performance. He's got the fresher tyres. The Mercedes have the fresher tyres at the minute. That's why, look, he's closing up on Perez. This has been the most competitive that for Mercedes have been throughout the whole season, right? So I'm intrigued to see what how this race plays out. Right? It's good to. It's first time we've seen all three teams in a strategic battle against each other, which is what we want to see. We're looking at Valtteri Bottas and Mick Schumacher. Valtteri Bottas just cuts in front of Schumacher before Schumacher nearly locks up and takes his freaking rear wing out. So Bottas squeezes himself to 13th ahead of Schumacher, who's now pitted. And now Hamilton. The only problem with Hamilton's got is the engine power. His engine power is not great compared to Perez. So he may close up on Perez, but he may struggle to overtake him because of the lack of engine power. You saw it when his battle with Sainz. He's got better pace than Sainz, but he can't get the power he needs to get it past him. Right? But he does need to get past Perez very quickly, because Perez will back him up. When there's not many opportunities there, that's when strategy comes into play. Ferrari need to look in the dictionary for a strat. Yeah, I do agree with that one. That's the point, right? It's about strategy. You need to. That's why if you watch F1, you need to understand everything on strategy. Get the fucking McLaren out of the way. Get out of the way, Dick. Right, you want to get that Haas out the way. Right, I've got a Mercedes trying to catch a Red Bull. Get out of the fucking way now. Come on, Hamilton, come on. Come on, come on. This win could be yours. And it'd be nothing better to win the Dutch Grand Prix. After what happened in Abu Dhabi, nothing better. Nothing better would do it. Right, just to fucking rub it in. Go on. That's it. Go on. Go on. Go on. That's it. Perez decides I'm going to swipe someone off the side of the road, just like you did in Silverstone. You cheating prick. Right. Here we go again. Let's Red Bull get away with taking people off the circuit. Right. Instead of actually defending properly, for fuck's sake. Here you go. Let's just force someone off the circuit and not worry about it. Right? They did it in Silverstone. They do it all the bloody time. And they get away with it. If Mercedes fucking do it, they get booked. Right? For fuck's sake. Under the rules, you cannot do that. You've got to give a car its space in the rules. But no, the rules don't apply to Red Bull. Go on, Lewis! Go on, Lewis! Come on! Go on, Lewis! Fucking have him! Go on! Go on! Go on! Go, 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 go! Yes! Get in! Who the fuck is that? Get out of the way, you daft cunt! Are you fucking mad? Get out of the way! Get out of the fucking way! For fuck's sake! Someone book him! Do you understand what a blue flag is, you idiot? Oh my life! Right, why are the team radioing you saying there's an overtaking move between third and second and third or fourth? Right? So to stay out of the way. All you have to do is stay in the inside. Why the radio? Why the team telling him to stay out of the way? Is that Vettel? Fuck you. No, do you know what, Vettel? I used to have respect for you. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. What's that? Being bitter because Hamilton beat you in 17 and 18? Should have drove better then, shouldn't you? Oh my life, are you joking? Look at Hamilton's not lost speed, it's not breaking down. See, now he's 19 seconds, he's nearly a pit stop ahead because of that daft prick. Fuck me. Come on, Lewis, get after him. Get after him. That's it, close it down. You ain't fucking winning it this time, Verstappen. Swear to God you ain't. Honest to God. Go on, Russell. Get gone. Perez gets cut by Russell now. Here we go. Go on, Russell. Go on. Do him as well. Go on. Oh, that's it. Bye. Miss you already. See you later. Bye. Well done, Russell. Hamilton with a 1:51 fastest lap. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this now. Hamilton with a new fastest lap. Right, that's it. It's on. It's on. Let's go. Mercedes might have just played a master stroke here. Doing a one stop. Come on. 9.4 seconds. Close it down. Close it down. Close it down. Right, let's see what the radio's saying. Oh, sorry about that. I'm really pissed off with fucking people getting in the way. Verstappen on the radio.
Max, what are your thoughts on tyre compounds?
This doesn't really feel spectacular.
Understood.
So he's not happy with the tyres. So 18.9 seconds, 18.8 seconds now between Hamilton and Verstappen. Right, and going down all the time. That's it. Come on. Come on. Keep it going. Come on. Come on, Lewis. 18.3 seconds now from 19.9. Let's go. And that's in the space of 2-3 laps. Right, Russell with a running fast sector. It's now down to 17.1 seconds. 18.1 seconds. 17 seconds. Alright. Hey, strategist, you better come up with some solutions. Right, and people telling me Hamilton's finished. Get out of here. Oh, Perez in. Perez is in with a 2.3 stop to go for the hard tyre. Wow. So Perez not happy on those tyres. Thing is now, Verstappen has to keep going because otherwise he drops to third. Right? If he carries on, he may even drop to fourth behind Russell. Right? And don't forget, those tyres ain't exactly like old on Hamilton's car. Come on, Lewis. Pit exit incident involving car 5 ignoring blue flags. Yeah, Vettel ignoring blue flags. Right? Finally, someone's going to do him for it. Jesus. Still anyone's race at the moment. Why? What did Matt say? They're not. Medium tyres are good, yeah. I think Hamilton has a massive chance of winning this. I said, do you know what? I said Mercedes, or actually Hamilton, will still win a Grand Prix this season. Going into the second half of the season, I still said they'll do it. Right? I still said they'll do it. I still said they'd do it. Right? Because that's what I believed in. Right? And at the moment, they look like they can do it in this Grand Prix. Right? Should there be no more accidents, should there be no safety cars, right? They would, like, I think if Verstappen gets a safety car, he wins. Right? He gets a lifeline. If it stays as it is and there's no incidents or anything, then we could be on for a Hamilton win here. I think Leclerc just doesn't have the pace to keep up with the rest of them. And at the moment, Hamilton's catching him at a vast rate of knots. .9 seconds between him and 5.8 seconds between him and Hamilton now. Leclerc just doesn't have the pace this weekend. Right, just doesn't look like he's got the race pace to keep challenging Red Bull. Mercedes look the more threatening. So Sainz now down in 7th behind Norris. And stuck behind Norris. So, but Perez now set a new fastest that with a 14.9. It's alright, you can do that, doesn't matter. 16 seconds now. 16 seconds between him, between Hamilton and Verstappen, and it's now nearly 15 seconds. The gap is coming down all the time. All the time. Right? And if they're not careful, Red Bull, there'll be too big of a gap for they then to close down by the end of the race. 15.7 seconds between him and Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton so far on lap 44. Right? And that is coming down still coming down with every turn of a wheel. With every turn, it's coming down. Come on, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. So Perez gets himself past Norris into 6th place as Sainz makes his pit stop. Right. Sainz, since that botched pit stop, was that. Oh, no! Tsunoda's out. That's going to be a virtual safety car. Tyres not fitted. Oh, fucking AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri. Can't you fit fucking tyres properly? That's it. It's fucked it now. Absolutely fucked it. Fucking Verstappen gets a lifeline. Verstappen gets a fucking lifeline. How many ways? Yeah, not now. Is he? Yeah, continue. That's it. That's it. Carry on. Carry on. That's it. Carry on. Carry on. Please carry on. Just carry on. Carry on. Carry on. Carry on. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. That's it. That's it. Don't stop. That's all right. You just carefully take it back. Carefully take it back. Do not fucking stop. Do not stop. Please do not stop. Tsunoda on the radio.
Tires are okay. Start again. Tires are okay.
Tires are okay. Start again. Okay. Hamilton over Leclerc. Look at the gap that he's pulling down. Easy. Someone needs to stop Leclerc. No, they don't. What are you on about? And Leclerc pits. Leclerc pits. Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah. It's because I'm passionate about it, man. I want Hamilton to win. And Leclerc comes out 2.5 seconds at pit stop. Where's Leclerc going to join, though? Where is he going to join? So now it's between Hamilton and Verstappen. Right. Thank God for Tsunoda's put that back in the pit. Oh, thank God for that. What's happening here? Oh, he's having to redo his belts. Because he undid his belts thinking that he's out. Good. And he's out. Don't stop again, please don't. That doesn't look convincing to me. Look how slow he's going. It's 14.1 seconds anyway between him, Verstappen and Hamilton. Oh, what's happened now? Don't stop. What is going on with Tsunoda? Just don't... Oh, piss off! Why'd you let him out then? Oh, fuck off, man. No. Why'd you let him out? Why? What's the point? Oh, please drag him in without a safety car, please. Nah, virtual safety car. Why'd you let him out? If you knew he wasn't going to continue, why let him out? Are you dumb? That's it. Done. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Yeah, he can. But no, Fucking Tsunoda has to come out knowing he ain't gonna fucking continue. Might as well just fucking stayed in the pits. Fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. What was the fucking point? Fuck me, man. There you go, cheap pit stop. No, why? If you're fighting a bin. Come on, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. So Hamilton's still second, and he'll maintain that gap, but he's on a softer tyre. Hopefully the softer tyre hopefully closes him down, but if not, then what's the point? What was fun? Everything was working out fine. Why come out the pits? You know you're not gonna continue. What was the fucking point? Fuck's sake. What was the fucking point? Just give fucking Verstappen a gift. That's it, it's done now. It's fucking done. Absolute done. How much luck does this cunt need? Right. Gets it in Abu Dhabi, gets it here. What else does he need? Fucking jammy twat. Great. Virtual safety car ending. Bullshit. Fuck yourself. Cock of bollocks. Right. Green flag. Green flag. Oh, I forgot to put the safety car thing on. Forgot to press it was a virtual safety car. Oh well. Because it was too busy me ranting. Well, can Hamilton catch him in 20 laps with those softer tyres? We'll wait and see. He's got 12 laps to catch him. 12 seconds to catch. He can do it. It can be done. It can be done. It can be done. Let's see if he can. I doubt it. So Verstappen leads, Hamilton second, Russell third, Leclerc fourth, Perez fifth, Ocon sixth, Sainz seventh. That VSC has staffed us. Yeah. All because someone can't realise he weren't going to continue. So why did he come out the pits? What's the fucking point, man? That was going to be an epic finish to that race, and he's just going to fucking spoil it. Gonna fucking spoil it and just giving it to him. Is there anything else you want to give to Verstappen today? I mean, seriously. Absolute joke. Absolute effing joke. Effing joke. Come on, Lewis. I don't think he's going to close it down either. I don't think he's going to close it down either. Need fast this up. Come on, Lewis. If anyone can close it down, it's you, mate. If anyone can close it down, Lewis, it's you. Investigated after the race. Too late now, he's out. Right? Can you at least book him for coming out when you know he's not going to continue? It's just, honestly, it's just gone and wrecked everything. Gone and wrecked everything. $12.8, $12.9. Come on, Lewis. $6.10. It's coming down, but is it coming down quick enough? I don't see why they didn't stuck him on the soft tyre, actually. Alonso went on the soft tyre. Why not go on the soft tyre? Go aggressive. I would have done. I would have gone aggressive and gone on the soft tyre. But wait, we'll see how it plays out then. 10 laps to go. Now 9. It should be 9 laps after this lap. As we see Alonso trying to challenge the McLaren, who darts to the inside. It's Norris. He will try and go around the outside. Norris cuts him off. Completely cuts him off. So Alonso will have to try again. Well, actually, no, it's 19 laps to go, sorry. 19 laps. What, 11.6 seconds the gap now. So he is bringing it down slowly. We need some fastest laps, though, I think. We need some proper fastest laps by Hamilton. Maybe he's managing the tyres to the first phase, I don't know. But because Russell was immediately fast. And he's actually gone fastest. He's gone fastest lap in this sector. 1:13.8, 11.5 seconds the gap. Still closing it down. Right, so he still might have a challenge on our hands. If anyone can close it down and overtake, it's Hamilton. If anyone can do it, it's Hamilton. Oh, Bottas. Safety car. Looks like that's going to be a safety car. Yellow flag, the 1 and 3. That's got to be a safety car. That's going to have to be a safety car. If that's be it full safety car, because if that's a full safety car, we're in. Right, I'm in dreamland, because that closes the gap right up. Please be a safe. It's got to be a safety car, man. He stopped in the middle of the circuit, right, with no way out, in the middle of the road. How long does it take? How long do you need? You can't do double yellow flags where the cars stop there. What the fuck? How long does it take to work out that needs a safety car? It needs a safety car. Are you lot dumb? The car's in the middle of the fucking road. How long's it got to take? Fucking a whole lot to decide it's gonna need a fucking safety car. Fuck me, man. That's it. Right, so Hamilton on fresh mediums against box. Oh, don't tell me they've got the gap. They might have the gap. They've got the gap to pit. I bet they've got the gap. Yes, Hamilton in front. Yes, and Lloyd Russell in front. Let's go. Come on. I know he's on the softer tyre, but like it's on fresh mediums as well, Hamilton. And he was keeping up with the soft tyre. Great chance still to win this. Come on. Let's go. So full safety car in action right now. Hamilton leads. Russell second. Verstappen in third. Leclerc fourth. Perez fifth. Sainz sixth. Norris! Right. So Sainz is so it's up to Sainz sitting in Norris seventh. And let's see what happened to Bottas. Yeah, Bottas just the car just died. Yeah, car's gone. Right, let's see what on the radio what's happened. Right, and by the way, Luca, when you said that at 3 o'clock, it's not safety car, it's virtual safety car. There's a difference. Safety car to come through the pit lane. Oh, what's happened here? Right, so Bottas, team radio.
I lost the engine.
Lost the engine. So Hamilton still keeps the lead. Why did they box Russell? He needs a defence. He needs a defence. Why did they just let Russell pit? Oh, fucking hell. Why did they do that? Jeez. Right. Sainz gonna. I think that Sainz could end up with trouble with that pit stop. Unsafe release. So now Russell's on the soft, Verstappen's on the soft, and Hamilton's on mediums. Yeah, if anyone can win this, it's still Hamilton. Yeah, Sainz is going to end up in trouble with that pit stop. Sorry. Oh, here we go. This is going to be a nightmare. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You don't want to miss the end of this. Come on, Hamilton, please. So, Verstappen's on 5 laps on those soft tyres. Hamilton's only 10. Works out. Right, Sainz comes out, and you've got, well, yeah, as much as you look at that, you can look at that as many times as you want. That's an unsafe release by Perez. So all lap cars are now to overtake. That's all the lap cars, and also the safety car carries on for another lap. Duh. Right, unlike Abu Dhabi. Come on, Lewis. Just beat him at his own hometown. Come on. Come on, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. Well, there's no other choice, Hamilton, if you want to win this race. That's why I still said Russell shouldn't have pitted. I still say Russell shouldn't have pitted. Safety car in this lap.
It'll be hard to keep that car behind me, guys.
Yeah, it could be loose, but yeah, let's give it everything.
Right, let's get that ready. Come on, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. this. Anyone that can do this, Lewis, it's you. Anyone that can do it, it's you. Come on, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. Please, Lewis. Come on, Lewis. He bolts. He's bolted. We're at green flag. Oh, shit. He's got to run on him. Oh, fuck! That's why you shouldn't have paid Russell. And Hamilton gets overtaken on the restart. That's why you don't. That's why they should have kept Russell in behind Hamilton. That's why they shouldn't have pitted Russell. Fuck's sake. And of course, this Mercedes has got no engine power, of course. Fuck's sake. That's it. Hamilton's giving it his best. That Tsunoda incident has probably stopped his best chance. Hamilton probably would have won this if Tsunoda didn't stop when he had to. If Tsunoda just stayed in the pits, he probably would have won this. And I think Mercedes were too conservative on tyres. I think it should have gone softer when Bottas stopped. So Sainz gets round the outside of Perez here. Look. Yeah, wow, what a good move there on the restart. As we're too busy looking at Ross, Hamilton and Verstappen. What was the biggest fuck up? Maybe he's going on about the fact he should have pitted. I wouldn't blame him if they pitted, to be fair. They probably should have pitted. They should have pitted Hamilton at least. He would have come out in front. But will they stop the power of that Red Bull? I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what, he's giving it everything, Hamilton. And this is by far the best performance I've seen on pace-wise out of Mercedes. And Russell looks like he's about to overtake Hamilton. And he does, or does he? Yeah, he does. So Russell now moves to second. And now Hamilton's in third. Could Russell catch Verstappen in the remaining laps? He's only 3 seconds behind. He could catch him, you know. Now that would... He's not happy with the team, Hamilton. That's strange. That's strange from Hamilton, right? That he's having a go at the team. Mercedes need to use DRS. You can't use DRS unless you're 1 second behind Luca. What are you on about? Luca, look up the rules of Formula 1 before making a statement. Seriously? Right? You can't use DRS for 2 laps on a restart. You can't lose 2 laps at the start of a Grand Prix. You can't use it after 2 laps after a safety car restart. You can't use it for another 2. You can't use it unless you're 1 second behind the leader. And now Hamilton's getting challenged by Leclerc. Oh no, it's all falling apart. Why ain't Hamilton at least box at the final pit stop, final safety car? Oh, for fuck's sake, it was so well. It was so well, man. We were doing so well. And it really looked like we were going to win it. It really did. It really looked like we were going to win this. They've gone and thrown it away. Why go when they pitted? Why go soft, medium tyre? Why not the soft? Right? It's question marks for me over the team's decisions. Real question marks. As Leclerc now is going to probably try and catch him down the straight. Yeah, and that's now down to 4th. Hamilton's lost all his pace now because he's not on soft. He's not on the softer tyre. 6 laps to go. Told you, Luca, it wasn't such a boring race. That's why you need to watch it strategically. Don't forget, I'm on this SFeatleyTV at 4 PM with our watch-along to Man United versus Arsenal at Old Trafford, so make sure you tune into that. Perez is now challenging Carlos Sainz for 5th place, who are both catching now Hamilton at a vast rate of knots, and looks like Hamilton's going to be at the back of this last out of the 2-3 teams by the end of this race, after having such a good chance to win it. So 5 laps to go after this one. I'm fucking pissed off, man. Really am. You should have won this. Should have won this one. Maybe I'll see if I play F1 Manager, I'll see how difficult it is to make these decisions. I didn't get to do it last night, so I'm going to do it tonight. Instead of playing F1 22. See what it's all about, this manager. Right. Right, let's see, there's 4 laps to go now. I'm going to vote for Hamilton being driver of the day for me. I think he deserves it. Right, I know everyone's going to go for Verstappen, of course. 5-second penalty for Sainz. So Sainz will finish 6th. No, he'll finish 7th. He'll finish 7th, possibly 8th, with that penalty. Well, actually, no, he'll finish. Yeah, he'll finish behind Norris. Or either behind Norris or in front of him. There you go. Not left 3 laps to go. Right. Then you can sit and park with me. No longer. That's why the vote is stopped. No. Oh well. Alright, the weekend review for this. Oh, Perez is 1 wide up by Sainz. Does Sainz know that he doesn't have... Perez, does he know that he doesn't have to fight him? And if he's not careful, he will lose a place to... And don't forget, Perez is still under investigation with running over the Ferrari wheel gun. So both drivers in trouble. So maybe it is right that he overtakes him. So maybe it is right he has to overtake him. You never know. We'll see how that pans out. We'll give you the lowdown on that in the weekend review tomorrow. Yeah, the weekend review will be tomorrow night. So Perez tries to go around the outside of him and Sainz just runs him out of road. Careful, Sainz. Only Red Bull are allowed to do that. Anyone else does it, they get punished. He pushed me off. How many times have you pushed everyone else off? Right, Perez. Are you done? Why would you not put Hamilton on softs? Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Andre. That's exactly my point, mate. And no wonder he's pissed off with the team, because I feel that he should have gone on softs when the safety car came out. They put Russell on soft, why they couldn't put Hamilton on softs? Right? They would have, Russell would have still, with a double stack, Russell would have still ended up behind. And actually, to be fair, I would have pitted Hamilton. He probably would have stayed out in front of Russell, and then you let Russell lets Hamilton get away while trying to hold up Verstappen. Right? But that's just me. I don't know why they made that decision, but Hamilton, I think, has drove an outstanding race. Right? If he didn't get stuck behind Perez at the start of the race, he would have definitely won this Grand Prix at Cantor. He would have won this. He would have won this at a cruise. If Perez didn't do such a job being that slow behind everyone else, keeping Hamilton behind, right? Hamilton would have been way in front of Verstappen. He would have won this race. Right? That's the truth. That shows who was probably the best driver of the day. The fact that he had such a gap to Verstappen, he still managed to close it down and nearly had a chance to win the Grand Prix itself if it weren't for those 2 safety cars and also the fat team letting him down. But we're on the final lap anyway. Right. We're on the final lap. Verstappen comes down 11-12. All these fans not realising how lucky he is again. 13-14. He was pushed. He probably got some luck with the safety cars. But it is Verstappen who takes it up and takes the win. Russell comes second. Leclerc will complete the top three. Hamilton, who probably was the most outstanding drive, right, and the one that probably should have taken the win if it weren't for getting stuck behind Perez at the start, and if it weren't for those safety cars, he probably would have won today's Grand Prix. He probably would have won it. And now he only gets fourth, which is such a shame. But it shows that Mercedes are clearly quick enough to take on the rest of the field and try and win. Right, next up is the Italian Grand Prix. I don't expect Mercedes to be strong there with their power unit, to be fair. But there are other races where they're going to be super strong coming into it. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But I'm pissed off the way that ended. Really am. But there you go. What can you do? Anyway, we're going to have to leave it there. Of course, driver of the day is going to be Verstappen, isn't it? He gets driver of the day even if he finished last. I'm telling you. Right, I've seen him not finish the Grand Prix and he still gets driver of the day. So of course he was going to get driver of the day. So anyway, we're going to leave it there. Make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe. Right, Verstappen got lucky there, but still wins the Dutch Grand Prix. Until then, everyone stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.